Hello everyone, I'm back again. It is day 5 of Shark Week. Let's go ahead and get into Deep Blue Sea. Let's dive right into it. Big fan of this one, a lot of fun. It came out July 28th, 1999, in 1999, July 28th. I remember seeing this in theaters with my dad. I had just turned 8 years old. So I was 8 years old when I saw this rated R movie. It was not the first rated R movie I saw in theaters. Blade was, which was 98, so a year before this. Had a lot of fun with this one. Here's the back of it. That is the front. This is the Blu-ray release of it. It's the only Blu-ray release that I'm aware of. If you haven't seen Deep Blue Sea, I would definitely recommend it. But there's some really good special features on this, too, I was checking out. You got a commentary with Samuel L. Jackson and Rennie Harlan, who is the director. You got featurettes when sharks attack in the sharks of Deep Blue Sea. And you got some deep deleted scenes with optional director commentary and a theatrical trailer. So there's a decent amount of special features in this. Let's get into some facts and things about it. So it was directed, like I said, by Rennie Harlan. He directed Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone, Die Hard 2, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, which I believe was called Dream Warriors, and then also The Covenant. So he's directed some good stuff, some stuff that I've really enjoyed. I love Cliffhanger and Die Hard 2, of course. I also enjoyed Covenant. I didn't really care for the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels, but to each his own. The budget was between $60 and $82 million. I can't quite figure out an exact number. I think it was $82 million. But in box office, it made $165 million worldwide. So it did pretty well. Made twice its budget, basically. They used animatronic sharks. 60% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. So it did seem like most people enjoy this movie. On IMDb, it has a 5.9 out of 10, and Letterboxd a 2.8 out of 5 stars. The movie stars Thomas Jane. He was in Punisher. You've got LL Cool J and Samuel L. Jackson. Of course, Samuel L. Jackson, you probably recognize him from Avengers movies, the MCU, things like that. Saffron Burrows, it was in Reign Over Me. She's also in this. Michael Rappaport and Stellan Skarsgård is also in it. The plane they used in this movie was actually used in 6 Days, 7 Nights. They just repainted it in this movie. So that's a pretty cool fact. And then in the original ending, and actually I remember hearing this a while back from my buddy Ben told me this, but Saffron Burrows was supposed to survive. I believe what happened is during a test screening, people hated her character so much that they killed her off. So, yeah, they decided to kill her character. LL Cool J was originally supposed to die, but as you know, you've seen the movie, he survives. So, anyways, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and crack into my review and my thoughts on Deep Blue Sea here. So, I'm a big fan of this movie. It opens with kind of a nod to Jaws a little bit, but it doesn't quite have that cliche opening. I really enjoyed the opening of this movie. It's a lot of fun. It's a good introduction. There is a lot of sharks in this movie. They show the sharks. The director's idea was he wanted to make sure that he is showing the sharks and that it's not just a lot of here's the attacks, but we don't get to see the sharks. So we do. The shark attacks are very visible. You get to see it. It's pretty violent. You get to see people getting torn apart, which is fun, limbs and things like that. But there's a lot of sharks in this. You got 3 big sharks, and they show them a lot. Let's see what else here we've got. So there's a little nod to Jaws in this, where at one point they pull out a license plate out of one of the shark's mouths, and it is Louisiana. And it's the same license plate, I believe, that they used in Jaws when they cut that shark open, and the license plate falls out of his mouth. So that was a kind of little nod to Steven Spielberg. Let's see. The plot is, it's okay. I mean, it's a shark movie. What more do you want? But there's a good cast in it. Pretty likable characters. It's a lot of fun. The movie, I'd say once it gets going, once there's the first shark attack, it's very fast-paced after that. It is a lot of fun. Getting to that point is building the story mostly. explaining kind of how the sharks are, what they are. They call them mako sharks. But it is a lot of fun. This movie is fun. It's loaded with action, loaded with violence, loaded with horror. Um, Thomas Jane's great. He's awesome. Love Thomas Jane in this. I loved him in Punisher as well. But this movie's a lot of fun. You got 3 entertaining sharks, a lot of shark attacks in it. But yeah, it's ultimately it's a very fun movie. Has a very rewarding ending. I thought the acting was pretty good. But yeah, I would ultimately, like, obviously I already spoiled it for you, but I'm sure most people have seen this movie. But yeah, the setting's pretty fun. Um, that they used, like I said, animatronic sharks and everything like that, but it looked pretty good. They look decent. It's a lot of fun. It's one of those movies that, a shark movie that to me is right up there with, like, everybody's favorite shark movie is Jaws, and I've already talked about that, and this is right up there with it. So it's a lot of fun. It's a good time. I remember seeing it in theaters, like I said, with my dad. I remember we were kind of running late to the theater and we kept catching every yellow light. It's crazy how I remember certain things. I was only, once again, 8 years old when I saw this in theaters, but I also saw Anaconda in theaters, and I was like 5 years old. Because that was 97, but it was like, I think April of 97, so I was only 5. But it's crazy how I remember certain things. That was 26 years ago, just about. But yeah, just a huge fan of, like, creature features and things like that. I thought Anaconda was a lot of fun too, but that's not what this review is about. But yeah, this has a great cast. Honestly, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I know I spoiled it for you already, but honestly, just go do yourself a favor and check out Deep Blue Sea. It's a lot of fun. You won't be disappointed. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and let you guys just know my stars. Once again, for Deep Blue Sea, 4 out of 5, much like the last couple nights. A lot of fun. It's not a perfect film, but it is a lot of fun. It's very entertaining, and you get some great shark attacks. So, yeah, I'm going to dive into Deep Blue Sea 2 and Deep Blue Sea 3 in the next couple days. So, bear with me. Hopefully you're enjoying Shark Week, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.